Hey, a chicken just called me, furious about your dinner table opinions on dinosaurs. And by the end of this, you'll understand why. Number one, T Rex's tiny arms were not useless, puny noodles. Those arms could curl about 400 pounds. They were short, sure, but absolutely jacked. So the running joke about T Rex not being able to reach a doorknob, buddy, that thing could rip the door off its hinges. It just couldn't clap. The most terrifying gym buddy of all time. Number two, dinosaurs are not extinct. I'm dead serious. Birds are dinosaurs. Not related to dinosaurs, they are dinosaurs, the same way you are a mammal. The chicken on your plate is more genuine dinosaur than anything in any museum. That pigeon outside ruining a statue, dinosaur. Doing dinosaur things. You've been eating dinosaur nuggets your whole life and nobody told you. Number three, velociraptors did not look like the ones in Jurassic Park. Those were horse-sized, scaly nightmares hunting in coordinated kitchens. Real velociraptor was about the size of a turkey covered in feathers. So the scariest predator of your childhood was, in real life, a goose that owned a knife. Still terrifying, but for completely different reasons. Number four, the iconic T-Rex roar from the movies, made up. It's a baby elephant cry mixed with a tiger. We have no idea what most dinosaurs actually sounded like, because vocal tissue doesn't fossilize. The one exception is Parasaurolophus, because we can model the air going through that big curved crest, and the sound it likely made is closer to a foghorn going off in a parking garage. All of paleontology's scariest predators, and the one we actually know sounded like a kazoo with osteoporosis. Number five, T Rex did not hang out with Stegosaurus. They missed each other by more than 80 million years. Matter of fact, and this one breaks brains at dinner, there is more time between T Rex and Stegosaurus than there is between T Rex and you. You, sitting on the couch in pajama pants, are temporally closer to a T Rex than a T Rex was to its supposed cousin. Let that sit there while Uncle Gary reaches for the gravy. Number six, Spinosaurus was not the swole movie monster that beat T Rex in Jurassic Park 3. It was actually semi aquatic. Long snout, paddle tail, mostly hunted fish, probably waded around like a giant, terrifying heron. The showdown of the century? It's a cat fighting a fisherman, like throwing a shark and a lion in a bathtub and asking who wins. The answer is the bathtub because that's an insane question. Number seven, pterodactyls were not dinosaurs. They were pterosaurs, a totally separate group of flying reptiles. Also, pterodactyl is technically one specific species. Calling every flying prehistoric reptile a pterodactyl is like seeing a duck and going,
Yes, the chicken.
that's strike one on this list of things you call a dinosaur that isn't a dinosaur. Keep count. Number eight, Megalodon did not hunt dinosaurs. The giant prehistoric megashark missed them by about 40 million years. By the time Megalodon showed up, the non-bird dinosaurs had been dead long enough to have great-great-grandchildren made of oil. Number nine, Dimetrodon, the cool one with the big sail on its back, the one in every dinosaur toy set, also not a dinosaur. It lived about 40 million years before the first dinosaur existed, and biologically, it's on the branch of the family tree that eventually led to mammals. So, that sail-backed lizard you've been calling a dinosaur since you were 6 is, technically, closer to you than to a dinosaur. Number 10, the mammals living during the dinosaurs were not all tiny, scared shrews. There was a beaver-sized mammal called Repenomamus, and we have a fossil of one with a baby dinosaur in its stomach. Another shows one mid-fight, jaws locked onto a dinosaur's ribcage, both of them buried before either let go. So the next time someone tells you mammals were the underdogs of the Mesozoic, somewhere 66 million years ago, a furry little nightmare named Greg was eating dinosaurs raw. Number 11. Not all dinosaurs were giant lumbering buses. The smallest known non-bird dinosaur was Microraptor, roughly the size of a crow, with feathers we've actually identified as black with an iridescent blue-green shimmer. So, somewhere in the Cretaceous, there was a goth pigeon with knives on its feet, ruining everyone's morning. And the smallest dinosaur alive today is a bee hummingbird, which weighs less than a penny. You have been outweighed by a dinosaur your entire life. Number 12. T-Rex did not lose track of you the second you stopped moving. That whole, if we don't move, it can't see us scene? Please. T-Rex had the biggest eyes of any land predator that has ever lived, with eyesight estimated around 13 times sharper than yours. It could see you holding your breath from a mile away and judge your posture. Freezing in place would not save you. It would just give the T-Rex more time to admire the meal. Number 13. Brontosaurus. Probably the most famous dinosaur of all time. Long neck, long tail. Name means thunder lizard. Everybody's favorite. Here's the thing. Brontosaurus has gone extinct 3 times. Once for real 66 million years ago. Fine. Then, in 1903, a paleontologist looked at the original skeleton and went,
Actually, this is just an Apatosaurus. Scrap the name.
gone. Dead on paper. But the name had already escaped into cartoons, into oil company logos, into every kid's bedroom, and the public refused to give it up. Then, in the 70s, scientists doubled down. They were like,
No, seriously, stop saying Brontosaurus. We are begging you.
dead again. Then, in 2015, a new study with 81 skeletons came out and concluded,
Actually, never mind.
number 14. Crocodiles are not the closest living relatives of dinosaurs. They're close-ish, but the actual closest living relative of a T-Rex is, and I cannot stress this enough, a chicken. You can roast the closest living relative of the most fearsome predator that ever lived for 40 minutes at 400 degrees. A Tyrannosaurus rex is, evolutionarily speaking, just a chicken that lifted. And that chicken is, evolutionarily speaking, still mad about it. Number 15. We have not found most of the dinosaurs. Less than 1% of all dinosaur species that ever existed. 1%. There could be a stranger, larger, more terrifying dinosaur than anything you've ever seen, buried under a Walmart parking lot in Nebraska right now. And we will simply never know. Number 16. And even the dinosaurs we do have, most are embarrassingly incomplete. When you see a full skeleton mounted in a museum, half of that thing is plaster. There are entire species reconstructed from a single arm bone, or 3 vertebrae and a tooth, and a paleontologist with a really vivid imagination. That's not science, that's fan fiction with a budget. Number 17. We mostly do not know what color dinosaurs were, but, and this is where it gets cool, for a few species we've found preserved pigment structures called melanosomes, which let us actually figure it out. So we genuinely know Microraptor was iridescent black, Sinosauropteryx had a ginger and white striped tail, and Anchiornis had a red mohawk. The ones we do know are somehow weirder than the guesses. A ginger dinosaur with stripes on its tail. Evolution was just messing around at that point. Number 18. Dinosaurs breathe better than you do. Modern mammals, including the one watching this video, pull air in, push the same air out, same lungs, same tubes, like a sad accordion. Dinosaurs and modern birds have air sacs throughout the body, where fresh oxygen keeps flowing through the lungs in one direction, even when they exhale. Roughly twice as efficient. So, when you get winded walking up a flight of stairs, somewhere a sparrow is watching you and shaking its head. Number 19. Behavior basically never fossilizes. Every documentary scene of a herd migrating, or a raptor pack hunting in formation, or a mother nuzzling her eggs, almost all of that is reconstructed from very little. An oviraptor on its nest, a velociraptor and protoceratops locked in a fight to the death, buried mid grapple. 99% of dinosaur behavior in your head is a CGI artist named Devin doing his best. Shout out to Devin. He's trying. Number 20, and the big one. The asteroid did not erase every dinosaur in a single dramatic afternoon. That's the cartoon version. The impact was catastrophic, sure, but the actual extinction of the non avian dinosaurs likely stretched out for decades, possibly longer. Small populations clinging on in pockets, slowly losing the genetic lottery until the last one quietly died with no audience. And even then, they didn't all go. The small feathered ones, the ones nobody would have bet on, the ones that could fly, those kept going. So, when somebody at the table tells you the dinosaurs are gone, they're not. One of them just landed on a power line outside, judging your driving, and yeah, that's the chicken from the start of the video. She'd like an apology. You grew up thinking dinosaurs were a finished story. They're not. They're still walking around, still outside, still on your plate. You've been surrounded by them your whole life, and you call them by the wrong name. Anyway, that's all for today. Go correct a relative. Till next time, thanks for watching.